moving our traps to a new spot. We're gonna start it off with a new bait. Like basically all of my baits, this is going to be homemade, budget friendly as possible. As little money as I can possibly spend and still make an effective bait. Started off, I have some sweet feed here. This is just your regular livestock sweet feed for like goats, horses, cattle, whatever. So I'm gonna add everything to a 5-gallon bucket here. Just to be able to mix it up in. So I'm gonna add my sweet feed. Next thing is gonna be corn, just regular whole corn. You can buy it for like $10 a bag if you have animals. You can steal it from them. You can buy a whole like 50-pound bag, will last you forever. Some whole corn, cracked corn, doesn't really matter. They like it all, so dump that in there with it. All right, so here's kind of the weird thing. So you know these tins, when you're not really sure what to get somebody for Christmas, so you get them a giant tin of popcorn. It has the caramel popcorn, it has the cheese popcorn, it has the regular popcorn. And we'll get to this. Caramel corn, it's really sweet, but they really like all that grainy stuff. So I'm dumping this whole thing in here. I've got caramel corn, I got regular corn, I got cheese corn. So that's all gonna go in there. All right, you notice that I had some eggs that I was hiding in the bin there. So I'm gonna leave these eggs whole. I don't wanna put them in there because they're gonna get nasty, they're gonna get smelly. So for now, I'm just gonna take these eggs and I'm gonna pop the lid on the thing, but I'm gonna probably try to set an egg on top of the, those are actual eggs. I know I've heard of a lot of people using things like golf balls or whatever, and a lot of people have suggested that to me. But I'm gonna be using them. I'm gonna be using a real egg. We got chickens. We got a whole bunch of eggs. We had a whole bunch of town eggs that at work that nobody had claimed. We got to clean out the fridge. Got nowhere to go for them. Instead of throwing them in the trash, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try to put an egg on top of the dog-proof trap. We put these in water. They floated to the top, which means they're not good anymore. They have gas in them or whatever, so they're spoiled. They're bad eggs. So I'm gonna be using them as kind of an attractant, you know, hoping that the raccoon or whatever is going to see those eggs, zone in on that, and then it's gonna catch that scent from the bait that's inside. Okay, so next stuff. I've got a jar of bacon, beef, fat, tallow, just a bunch of different fat that I've been saving. Did a pork loin, that stuff's in here too, so I'm gonna just dump that inside of there. Not a whole bunch of that. I don't want it to be really, really nasty. So this stuff is barbecue sauce, sweet and sour sauce, just a plethora of different, like, kind of these sweet, savory sauces. I'm gonna dump some of that in there. Now all I got left to do is to stir this up, and this is gonna be kind of my bait, my go-to bait I'm gonna try out. So the reason I put like the sweet and sour and stuff, got this out of a dumpster somebody threw away, but it's gonna hopefully bind all these different things together a little bit, and as well as help with the smell. So got this in the 5-gallon bucket, gonna give this a good mix. Now we've got a whole, almost a 5-gallon bucket full of bait that we can use on our traps. Now we just gotta put the new trap line out, and then we'll come back and check it and see what we got.